Hi, today's video is going to be about supercapacitors and how to discharge them. So let us get started with that. Okay, so sometimes we generally use these supercapacitors for certain experiments related to solar and other experiments, and we generally tend to recharge them to a pretty like nominal voltage. In this case, this particular supercapacitor is kind of discharged, but if you look at this one, it's charged to 1.5 volts. Now the danger is that if we store these capacitors and they end up like shorting against something, they can create a lot of sparks, and discharging them is important because some supercapacitors have lower self discharge rates and they will take some time to discharge fully. So which is why today's video I'm going to be showing you how you can discharge this supercapacitors. Now, what some people generally do is that they generally tend to discharge these recharged supercapacitors by just shorting across their terminals. They use something like a probe or some metallic object like a screwdriver or a knife and short across it. Now, let me tell you, that's going to be very dangerous because these supercapacitors can give out very high output currents going in the hundreds of amperes range. So if we were to use any material to short them, then they would most likely blow the terminals off, or the probes and other things can get damaged, and most dangerous of them all, huge sparks can fly out, including sparks that can like really cause that can be really too bright for the eye to handle, which should be avoided at all costs. Now, so which is why I'm going to be showing you an easier way for you to discharge it without much of sparking, but still safety precautions should be observed for that also. Okay, so what you will require in this particular method are some of these crocodile clips with wires connected. That is, there's a wire and there are crocodile clips on both sides. Now you can take it and check the resistance of these particular clips, and based on what I'm seeing here, these clips generally have approximately 1 ohm resistance in each particular wire. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to connect 3 of these particular crocodile clips in series so that we can get at least 3 ohms as a resistive system. Alright, so this particular capacitor is charged to around 1.49 volts approximately, and I have connected this particular clip to the positive of the supercapacitor, one clip to the positive, negative to the negative, and polarity doesn't matter in this case, but the point of contact should not be the terminal of the supercapacitor but rather the two particular leads of the particular system. So if you can notice now, when I gently short it, the voltage drops rapidly and the capacitor starts discharging, but there are no major sparks here because see, the voltage is only 2 volts, and as per Ohm's law, if you send around that 2 volts, apply that across a 2 ohm resistive system, then the current draw is only 1 ampere. So this way you can suppress majority of the sparking but still discharge the capacitor quickly, as its storage capacity in ampere hours is pretty low. So you can use this particular method, and you can see that the voltage is successfully dropping. Now one thing which you should note is that sometimes this crocodile clips can get really hot, which is why you need to ensure that you have the proper rubber coating on these, proper insulation, so that they don't cause any serious burns, and keep all flammable objects away and use eye protection. That is very important. But other than this is a much safer way of discharging the supercapacitor. There's a bit of a loose contact. So this way you can definitely discharge the capacitor, and if required you need not hold these leads manually, but you can rather just clip them on the other one and they'll continue to discharge, but monitor it to make sure that it doesn't offer any huge sparks. Normally the sparking will be suppressed, but still it's better to do this with supervision and with eye protection. Keep all flammable objects away. So, and you can discharge this supercapacitor pretty safely. So I'm concluding this video for now. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, share and subscribe. Stay tuned. I'll see you in the next video.